Tell me again. Three simple words that sent shivers down the spine of Saul Goodman and millions of viewers alike. In a universe where men dissolve bodies in acid, blow up nursing homes, and poison children, somehow the most terrifying villain might be the one with the brightest smile. Lalo Salamanca arrived late in Better Call Saul's run, yet his shadow stretches across the entire Breaking Bad timeline. So much so that years later, when kidnapped by Walter White, Jimmy McGill's first panicked words were about Lalo, a man supposedly long dead. While Gustavo Fring meticulously built an empire behind a mask of respectability, Lalo Salamanca's power came from his ability to be utterly unpredictable while appearing completely at ease. The most dangerous predator isn't the one that hunts in darkness. It's the one that can walk amongst us in broad daylight, making us laugh moments before it strikes. What truly separates Lalo from every other antagonist is that he was the only person who ever genuinely terrified Gus Fring. The calculated chicken man with nerves of steel found himself afraid of only one Salamanca. Not even the fearsome Hector in his prime could disturb Gus's composure the way Lalo did. As Gus himself admitted, he only defeated Lalo through pure luck. Lalo possessed something that no other Salamanca had. Not just ruthlessness, but brilliant intelligence. Werner Ziegler. Ziegler, he repeated, obsessively hunting for the secret construction project that would become Gus's super lab. Like a detective in a noir film, Lalo's investigation skills rivaled even Mike's. When he finally discovered the lab, he came closer than anyone before Walter White to destroying Fring's entire operation, holding the Kingpin at gunpoint in his own territory. Few villains in television history have managed to corner their enemies so completely. Such ruthless precision wasn't reserved only for cartel kingpins. It bled into the lives of anyone unfortunate enough to cross his path. The same instinct that had Lalo closing in on Gus's hidden empire without warning would soon turn an unremarkable evening into a nightmare for an entirely different kind of prey. Howard Hamlin's death stands as one of the most shocking moments in television history. Howard, a fundamentally decent man caught in Jimmy and Kim's cruel game, stumbled into something far worse when Lalo appeared unannounced. With the casual indifference of someone swatting a fly, Lalo put a bullet in Howard's head, immediately returning to business as if nothing had happened. This moment crystallized everything terrifying about Lalo, his complete unpredictability and the disconnect between his charming demeanor and ice-cold violence. Unlike his cousins, who relied primarily on brute force, Lalo demonstrated remarkable adaptability. When assassins stormed his compound in Mexico, he not only survived against impossible odds, but meticulously faked his own death. As he confessed to Nacho, he never sleeps much an hour, maybe two, getting his best ideas when everybody else is asleep. This superhuman quality, the sense that he could appear anywhere, at any time, made him seem more like a horror movie villain than a cartel enforcer. Psychologists might identify Lalo as possessing the dark tetrad of personality traits: psychopathy, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and sadism. His complete lack of remorse when killing, his grandiose sense of self-importance, his calculated manipulation, preparing a body double years in advance, and his enjoyment of others' suffering are all evident. Yet, what makes him fascinating is that he's simultaneously the most likable Salamanca. When crossing the border, he gives immigrants their money back and lets them live, something his cousins would never consider. Lalo's death was as theatrical as his life. In his final confrontation with Gus, his overconfidence, his desire to record a video message for Don Eladio rather than immediately killing his enemy, proved fatal. Yet, even with Gus's bullet in his throat, Lalo didn't die in fear or anger. He died laughing, finding amusement in his own demise, denying his enemy the satisfaction of seeing him broken. The most telling evidence of Lalo's psychological impact is how he continued to haunt Jimmy McGill years after his death. Even as Saul Goodman in the Breaking Bad timeline, Jimmy remained terrified that Lalo might somehow still be alive. No other character, not even Tuco at his most unpredictable, left such a permanent scar on Jimmy's psyche. In a universe populated by extraordinary villains, from the methodical Gus Fring to the explosive Tuco, Lalo Salamanca stands apart as the most complete antagonist. With equal measures of intelligence, charisma, and brutality, he embodied what makes the Breaking Bad universe so compelling. The terrifying reality that evil often wears its most charming face as it sits across your dinner table, smiling warmly while planning your demise. As Lalo himself would say, Ziegler, some names, once heard, you can never forget.